Well, I say we're going to have a good, smooth conversation, but I got to tell you, this is the first one I've had. I have been, I have not done a podcast, you guys, in over a month now.
Oh,
And let's hope I still remember how to do this thing. So,
all right.
uh,
Well, almost.
we had a disastrous few weeks here in Cleveland. Like I was telling you, I live out here in Ohio. Um, it started with my basement flooding,
Oh no.
Oh,
and that's been a disaster. You can't tell, but this room that I'm in right here was flooded and still has not been fully restored. But and then on top of that, to make matters that much worse, 2 weeks ago, AT&T, our internet, decided to go out, and it took them about 12 days to get it fixed. So
oh,
here we
geez.
are, guys. Here we are.
Back at it.
I've had to cancel a bunch, and but this will be a fun one to get back into it
Hmm.
with you guys. So you guys have been married for what, 20 plus years?
Yeah, 20 years.
20 years.
That's a long time, Justin.
I know.
And
She's a trooper.
Natalie's going, yeah, tell me about it. How did you guys ultimately decide that you wanted to get into business together?
I'm gonna lean on her for this
Oh,
one.
geez. I don't know that it was, um, I think that it just kind of naturally came about with the way that this product came to light. Um, I feel like in the past, I've always been interested in what Justin does and things like that. But with this particular product, it was something that just naturally came to be something that we both love, that we're both passionate about. And so I think that that's what brought us together. Is it was kind of a natural
Yeah,
happening.
per her saying that, it's something that naturally occurred rather than one day we said we should start a business. What should we do?
Right. Well, according to your website, it sounds like Natalie, you had a wish, a wish that you wanted to a massage without the sticky, greasy oil that required it to be cleaned off your skin. Is that how it all kind of the idea started?
It is. It is. When our kids were young, we would try to do some at home date nights, things like that. And Justin had planned one for me, and he knew that I love massages. So he had a massage table set up and massage oil and all that. And anyway, he gave me this awesome massage. And afterwards, he claims I fell asleep. I was like really close to falling asleep. But anyway, afterwards, I wished that I could just kind of roll off and go to sleep. But of course, you're all slimy and greasy. You know, the feeling after getting a massage. It's like you got to jump in the shower. And anyway, we were just casually conversing afterwards. And I was like, man, that'd be so nice if you could just go to sleep right after, you know? And he was
Mm.
like, oh, yeah, well, I'm sure we could find something like that.
And just like that, you just started diving in, Justin, and looking into this. Like, we could turn this into a business.
Well, kind of. My initial thought was when she said it was, well, I just got the wrong massage oil. I need to find a nicer massage oil. And that's because I went to just a little local store like a Walgreens and picked up what they had there. And I thought, it was inexpensive. So maybe I just need to find a more premium massage oil. So I called a couple of friends that I know that are in the massage industry as massage therapists and worked at spas. And I said, hey, what's like the most premium, best massage oil? And so they would give me their opinions and they asked why. And I explained that I was trying to find something that didn't leave you feeling oily and greasy. And they all that I taught, everyone I spoke with was like, well, that's kind of just massage oil. It is what it is. And then my one friend said, but if you figure that out, everyone will want it. And so I was like, if this is something that everyone's going to want, there's not a solution. Let's look into this more. So then started looking into luxury skincare type stuff and what different ingredients and products would work and how your skin reacts to them and such. So um, then all of that research, we found ingredients and we had a wish list that then started. Like then once I'm like, I think we can do this, then it was, we had a wish list of everything we wanted. And then we took those ingredients and the wish list and started meeting with formulators and manufacturers. And it was a 6-year journey. I can go into more details if you want, but it took 6 years to develop the product.
Wow. Now, did you have an entrepreneurial background before Natalie said to you, he's shaking his head. They're shaking yes. So yeah, because so Natalie says, I wonder if I wish we can do this. And right away you're going, well, who's to say we can't? Right.
That's right.
So what were you doing prior to that to even have the gall to even say, yeah, we can try to figure this out?
Yeah, no, my background had been from literally when I was 16 years old. I started a little business, and I did that until I was 19, and then um, I served a mission for our church, and then I came back from that and started school, and then I started another business. It was a car business. It was a buying service. I learned people didn't like buying vehicles, so I figured out a way to help them with that, and that did really well for us for years. And then we started another business with some people and went into the automotive space doing marketing, and we grew that nationwide. And so yeah, it wasn't a new thing for me to think about starting a business.
So, okay. So you were in that world and then you said, all right, we're going to figure this out. I mean, you had to probably be shocked when you were looking around and couldn't find anything.
I
Essentially, you were looking for something that would. How do you articulate what exactly were you looking around for?
Well, maybe I'll paint a picture of two things that I think I've discovered around this topic, and it related to us. We were fairly young in our marriage. We'd been married for probably it had been about 9 years, I guess, at that point. But we were pretty conservative people. And so going into like boutique stores and things, that had not anything that I had personally experienced or done. So I was very naive. And so once I started learning about these massage oils, then I had some formulators ask, well, are you looking for a lubricant or are you looking for a massage oil? And I think that question naturally came because I explained to them that it was a date night and I was giving my wife a massage. And so they started making assumptions, which was
Nice.
fun. So then I'm like, well, why don't we have it be both? Can't it be both? And then they explained to me the difference between a massage oil and an intimate lubricant. So then when I realized there's another challenge there, and in its simplest form, massage oils are great for doing massage, but they're not vaginally safe, topical or internal. And most of the time, if a massage oil has vaginal contact, then women will usually experience UTIs or yeast infections and things like that because it can throw off the pH and different things.
Mm.
And so I'm like, oh, okay. But if I came home and said, hey, Natalie, I've got this lube and I want to give you a full body massage with it, she'd run the other way. Right.
That
And
sounds about
so,
right. That sounds
yeah,
right for most people. Yes.
yeah. So when I saw that that was another challenge, then that's when we started really dialing in this wish list.
So talk to us. You were able to figure out how to combine the massage oil. You thought like, hey, I'm going to just go to Bath and Body Works. They've got to have something, right? Like those
Yeah,
kind of places. Yeah.
for real.
And then you ultimately said, okay, the trick here, the secret is we need to combine a massage oil, that kind of ingredients with a lubricant type ingredients and
Yep,
find a way that they could mix so that they mix safely so that if the woman is experiencing it in the private areas,
yep,
there's not going to be a UTI. There's not going to be ramifications, after effects, discomfort, all those kind of things.
that's
So
right.
that was really what that was the mission.
Yeah. In fact, I'll break down the wish list quickly for you. So it started by wanting a massage oil that didn't leave you feeling oily and greasy. Additionally, I had my own complaints because if you take a massage oil and squirt it into your hand, it's incredibly messy and it's like goes all over the place. So I wanted something that was cleaner. And so we had discussed getting something that was like a body butter. Or so those were the two initial things that we started with. Then when we learned about the difference between a massage oil and an intimate lubricant, then we wanted it to be both of those, all in one product. We wanted it to be made of 100% natural ingredients. And then also we had asked, you read about massage oils and they might be flavored or edible, and even lubricants will be edible, but they're just like a bunch of ingredients. They don't have a flavor or taste or anything. So then asking, can we have it be flavored, edible, and have a taste, or I mean, and smell nice? And all of those things individually had their own little challenges of how they don't come together. So it was a big undertaking. When we started meeting with people in the beginning, most people said, well, there's no way you're going to be able to do this, but I can help you get a massage product that's edible and smells nice. Or, I can help you get 100% natural lubricant, but to get all of these combined into a singular thing, I don't think we can do that.
And that's what you've been able to accomplish with Evree. You've been able to, everything you just said, no pun intended, everything. That's everything that you just said is the all-in-one, essentially, in your product.
Exactly. In the simplest way, we like to describe it that think luxury skincare meets intimacy. And most people are familiar with a massage oil, a lubricant, and a vaginal moisturizer. And we've put all three of them into a singular product. It's made of 100% natural ingredients. It's a cream that when it touches your skin, the warmth of your skin melts it down to a liquid. So it has a neat, playful experience with it. It's the silkiest, smoothest feeling product you'll ever feel on your skin. Works phenomenal as a massage agent. And then you can transition to intimacy. It can touch intimate parts, topical and internal. And not only is it okay, but it's actually really healthy for the skin. So unlike a lubricant that leaves a tacky feeling on the skin, or a massage oil that leaves an oily, greasy, it absorbs into the skin as a moisturizer and even nourishes your intimate tissues. So females will talk about this feeling of rejuvenation after using the product, and feeling rejuvenated rather than feeling like they've got to clean up.
Wow. Anyway, you guys can get me some of these by like 6 p.m. tonight.
Rush order.
Yeah, give you a rush order. I'll pay premium shipping.
Yeah. Well, and then you add to it sincerely. I left out, and at first it was not by design, but now it is, because it makes it more fun. But then when you say that, everybody's like, whoa. And then you say, oh, and I forgot it's flavored and edible.
Right. That you almost threw me for a loop when I heard that. Yeah. Flavored and edible. What flavor is it?
So go ahead, sweetie. I'm actually talking a lot.
You're good. So we have coconut lime and pineapple orange. And those are kind of our main two staple flavors that you can always get. We do some seasonal flavors as well. Right now we have a lavender lemon. It's kind of a fun summer one. And we do in the fall a cranberry vanilla. That one sold out so fast last year. So we're excited to bring it back too. And so those ones are just seasonal, but they're all amazing.
Now, do you need to clean those still? Like after this is all soaks in? I think you've alluded to no, but there's no cleanup necessary.
No.
You just rub it in.
That's what's so amazing.
You can go to sleep. Everything's totally normal.
Yeah. So that's what's so amazing is, and like sincerely, and you like we have raving reviews. Everybody talks about this, but it is the smoothest, and it makes it so you can massage the skin or have reduced friction like a lubricant until you stop moving it. And then as soon as you stop moving it, then it starts to absorb into your skin. And when I say luxury skincare, like that's how people describe it. Your skin will never feel so soft and nice.
Now, did you have to get this patented, Justin?
That's a great question. We did not. And the reason we didn't is the attorneys gave some instruction of basically talked us out of it in a lot of ways, but we are going to probably file a patent here anyways. And basically the reason they talked us out of it is they just said when it comes to these types of products, people have to just change an ingredient here or there by the slightest degree, and then they're outside of your patent. However, it took us 6 years to formulate this, and everybody told us it couldn't be done. So the good news is, and I'm vocal about this, like if somebody tries to knock it off, it's not as simple as just knowing our ingredients and throwing them together and blending them.
Will you show that on the screen again?
Yeah.
Show that,
okay. Yeah, so that's the jar. They're really pretty.
What is that, like a few ounce? What is it, like a 5 ounce or something like that? Less than
it's
that, maybe
3.4. So you can take
3.5 ounces. Okay.
You can
Almost
take it
to
the airport.
It's TSA approved.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's helpful, actually.
Yeah.
That's very helpful.
And it's nice on the nightstand. We get tons of people say that like other intimate products, if your kids see this, you're not panicking. It's a bamboo wood lid with
it's not a big plastic toy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But when you kept they kept telling you along the way, you guys, this can't be done, this can't be done, this can't be done. Every step of the way, it sounds like, as you were going down the process, what was it about was it intuition? What was it, Justin, that you kept saying, no, I feel like it can be done?
Well, and this isn't to give a corny answer, but genuinely, I was committed to trying to figure out something that would be nice for us, specifically for Natalie's Wish.
That's, that would have been a great name of the thing too. Natalie's Wish.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's okay. Evree's got a nice ring to it.
Well, the Evree, people ask us, how did you name it? And it was that idea that if we figured it out, everyone would want it. Yes. And so it's everyone, everywhere, every occasion. You can play a whole bunch of.
So her wish was your motivator.
That's right. And I will say that as we meet with formulators, I'm impressed with that space, because they would say, I don't think we can do it, but they would always tell you what they thought they could do. And so we would go to that point and think, okay, well, if we can get to there, then maybe we'll learn something new. And sometimes the same person that told us they couldn't get any further than X would end up getting further than that. But then they would run into a problem and like, hey, I can't get any further to what you want, but there's so-and-so over in Wyoming. And you wouldn't think Wyoming, but they've got a lab up there and they're really smart. So then we'd head to Wyoming, and then it's like, I don't think that's going to work. And then we'd head to another state, and we just bounced around all over the United States, but people would just help push us along. And so we were making progress. So it's not like it was 6 years of no progress, but I will say between year 5 and 6, was no progress. It was really discouraging, even to the point where we said to each other, and even this person that was helping us along the way, most of the journey, said, if we can't get it in this next run, I literally don't think we're going to get it. And so then the formulators went back to work on a couple of other things that we had talked about. And then they got us a sample, and we were like, oh my gosh, I think they hit it. And they did. But we literally almost gave up on the last. Like, we literally said, we're just doing one more and then calling it quits.
That's such a common story, you guys. Yeah. from entrepreneurs, as you guys know, that's so common to be kind of like at your last, like, this is it. Like, if this doesn't happen, we close, and then it shoots up. It's almost like the UFC. I don't know if you guys know the story of the UFC. That's what it reminds me of. Dana White and those Fertitta brothers, they were, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And they were on their last leg. They were on their last limb, and they said, we're going to give one final shot. They were 50 million in the hole. We're going to give one final shot to, like, they did an Ultimate Fighter season to give it, and it ended up taking off. They had no money left. And it's just those kind of stories. Isn't that something? Yeah. Just that perseverance, that constant grind. When thinking about those 6 years, though, what are some of the things that you ran into that you did not expect, like challenges that were probably unexpected that you could have never imagined? Anything that comes to mind? Besides obviously being told no along the way, but to actually get the product and then maybe start taking that product to market, were there things that really threw you for a loop?
Well, frankly, we're still in that, in taking it to market. And it's a difficult challenge for us. We're conservative Christian people, And we did say to ourselves when we decided we were going to go down this road, like, we're going to be known as the, this is the joke we said to each other, we're going to be known as the couple that owns the sex cream. Are we okay with that label? And we had no problem with that, because we think that sexual intimacy in a relationship is a very healthy thing. So we're not against that in any way, shape, or form. But pornography and some of the raunchy stuff that you see out there that, in our opinion, kind of goes against our values, then that becomes a challenge. And so we're walking a fine line, and we committed to ourselves that we were going to go and we were fine, but we were going to stay true to our values. And if that got in the way of us being successful, we were okay with that. And so we've stayed that way. We've sold over 20,000 units. The stuff is selling more and more every single day, but it's tough because if you get into the sexual wellness space, then there's some pretty extreme things there. And it's like, we're not going to judge people. We're not going to make them think the way that we think, but we also don't want to go against our own values. And so having respect for people and humanity and honoring your values in a taboo, difficult space is a challenge.
So, okay. And that makes sense. But are you now on shelves in various stores throughout the country, or is this all direct to consumer?
It has been direct to consumer. Those 20,000 units, over 20,000, have been direct to consumer. However, just in the last 2 weeks, we are having retailers that have already picked us up, and we just had a distributor pick us up this week. We have another group with 17 stores today, and we're talking with a group that has 500 stores. And so, yeah, there's some neat things happening right now.
How do you get to that point? I mean, this sounds like you guys got this approval roughly, 5 years ago when you finally came out to market?
No, actually about 2 years ago.
Just 2 years
is when
ago.
we finally, we launched the product, and launched is an overstatement. We had a website that we turned on, and we told our, naturally,
you know what? Jeff Bezos once had to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder.
Yeah.
Just as a reminder.
No, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So we turned on the website and started telling people. And I remember telling Natalie, if we could just sell 5 a day, like that was our hurdle to get to. And, and now we have days where we sell hundreds.
Sure. And these are selling for $30 on the website. Is that correct?
That's right. Yep. That's right. So
this is fascinating.
But yeah, we started to answer your question, working with influencers who specifically speak to marriage and intimacy, and we would reach out to them, and they were really gracious about accepting our emails and things. And I think they were intrigued by the product, so they would reach back out. We'd send them some, and then they would try it, and they would be blown away, like, oh my gosh, this literally is what you're saying it is. And this isn't to pick on other brands out there, but there's a lot of lubricants that say, oh, it's not sticky. And it's, and then you'll have massage oils that say, oh, it doesn't leave you feeling oily and greasy. And so there's a lot of marketing out there that I think people are really apprehensive and they don't trust. Mm-hmm. And so when they get this product and use it, and it really does, I would say literally one of the most common things we've got is your product literally does what you say that it does. Mm-hmm. And so that built some momentum over a year. And then we'd had enough people, from young couples who had never bought any kind of lubricant or massage product to people later in their marriage, 40, 50 years, and people dealing with menopause, premenopause, and everything in between, that gave us all this remarkable feedback. So then it was like, okay, we have something here. Now let's spend energy and effort to start marketing it.
Wow. Fascinating stuff, guys. We've linked this in the show notes. Take a look. You'll see more about their company, everysensation.com, if you want to learn more about their mission and the products. You mentioned pineapple orange, coconut lime, lavender lemon. It looks like you guys are doing a buy two, get one free as we speak.
That's right. Yeah, we're doing a fun promotion right now, and everyone's taking advantage of it.
Now, do you have any promo codes? Do you guys offer any coupon codes?
We do. In fact, let's offer one. This is on the fly, but what if we just call it Optimal Life?
We can do that, or you could use my last name, whatever's easier.
Let's
Haber,
use your last name to make it shorter.
Because that's easy and short. It's 5 letters. Haber, Haber.
Yeah, Haber. That'll give them a 10% discount, and we'll turn that on here.
And you know what? We'll add that to the show notes too, Justin.
Okay.
For anyone that's listening, just click on the show notes. You'll read it. You'll see it. And I got to tell you, I'm very intrigued. You may see, I may use my own code here today, and have to purchase some. So
I like it.
What have you guys learned about? I mean, going into this consumer goods space. I mean, there's a lot of folks that really want to get into it, and it seems like it's saturated. It seems like it's hard to really launch and get through. I mean, you have any advice, high level, low hanging fruit, high level advice for people that are interested?
Give you a chance if something comes to mind.
Oh, geez. I don't even know.
The pressure's on, Natalie. You know, you see people in fitness, you see people wanting to get into the supplementation, longevity spaces, what you guys are doing, creams. You know.
I think while she's thinking, my advice would be patient and don't panic. I think we live in a world that things are instantaneous. We want instant gratification. And that, I mean, any business person's going to tell you that's just not the reality of business. But I think a lot of people see the idea of like, oh, if I just have a website and then I can come up with a product and then people are going to buy it and all we got to do is ship it out. This is a great business model. And there's some benefits there. And that's why there's so many companies that do it. But there are going to be so many things they're going to learn. And there's going to be things that will happen where they think, I can't do this. And I wouldn't panic in that point. I would just stop, take a deep breath, and try to logically look at the scenario instead of emotionally, and be patient.
He's the logical
advice.
I'm more the emotional one. It's like, is this good? Is it going to work? I don't know.
Well, not to stereotype, but I would have been surprised if you guys said it the other way around. So that's just how we're built. Men and women are built differently. And it's okay to admit that.
Oh, not only is it okay to admit it, I think it's good to admit it and recognize it, because we both have such amazing strengths and we both have things that can become weaknesses. So when we can work together and recognize those things and have the humility to do that.
So when you guys are going at it, Justin, and it's a long day and Natalie's at her wit's end and something with work related or the kids or whatever, you just pull out one of the everythings. And right, let's go have a massage. Let's calm down.
You nailed it. That's why all the listeners need to have some. It solves all the problems in their life.
I like that a lot. Guys, wishing you all the best, continued success. Is there anything else you wanted to close it off with?
Just express gratitude for having us on the show, and compliments to you on what you're doing and helping people to improve their lives. It's awesome.
Yeah.